animals that are giving us quite a number of piglets, and quite so many. Each animal is giving us quite a number of piglets. So in this first line, these are very good mothers. They are good performing mothers, and they give us above 18 piglets. So here we have 8 mothers in this line, and the 8 mothers have given us 147 piglets. So what does it mean? The productivity of the pig is unmatched. The productivity of a pig is unmatched. By the time you get 18 piglets, 16 piglets, 20 piglets, that is why we say that no animal on earth really matches the productivity of the pig. In terms, that's why you find that those countries which have a problem with the source of protein are actually piggery farming and can really hate. They have a problem with source of protein. They have a high population. You find that pig farming really supports such countries because of the productivity of the pig. So here you're looking at 8 animals giving us 147 piglets, and that's on average 18.5 piglets. And this is where planning comes in, where just imagine you have this number of piglets coming out 147, and you did not lay out your plan in the first phase, how you're going to manage the piglets, how you're going to rectify your management, how you're going to arrange everything, how you're going to manage your feeds. Feed in piggery is one of the most challenging factor. So here the pig has given you 18.5 piglets on average. So how are you going to manage feeds? How are you going to source the feeds? What prices of feed ingredients are you going to capture? What prices of feed ingredients are you going to really manage at your farm? So this is where planning comes in, and this is where I usually tell my farmers, I tell my followers, uh, plan, plan so well. Do the forecasting. Get to know what you need, because at this point, this is a lot of money in process. It's a lot of money in these piglets. All these piglets are capturing money in process. The money the mothers ate during lactation, during gestation, all these piglets are capturing that money in process. So ideally at this point, if you run out of cash, that means that your project is going to be severely affected. At this point, you really need to you should have had a strategic plan that is going to push these pigs to slaughter age. For us here, we actually slaughter these pigs when they're around 22 weeks of age. And 22 weeks of age, they are weighing 100 kilograms on average. So you find that for you to take it to 22 weeks of age, that is 5.5 months, there is quite a lot of money that you need in that process. So a lot of money in the process. So ideally, we work on batches. We have this batch of animals, around 16 of them, and we also have other batches of animals. So you need to work in batches so that you balance out the cash flow, because you need to work on the cash flow in that the cash that is coming in is taking care of these piglets. So for you to achieve that, you need to have a strategic plan. Either you need to have a plan on sourcing, how you source the animals, or you need to synchronize your animals so that you can achieve very good targets. But ideally, so far, this is so good. We have more 8 animals the other side, and the performance of those animals is not really so good compared to the performance of these animals. The other animals are giving us on average around 13. These ones are giving us on average around 18.5 piglets. And that's where the aspect of genetics comes in. You need to be knowing what kind of mother are you dealing with? What mother is are you feeding? What mother is actually taking your money? What kind of a mother have you purchased? And that can only be well identified through the records, through the genuine suppliers of these mothers. So we are able to give you very good mothers. We are also able to give you the F2s, the offsprings of these mothers. We are able to give you the offsprings of these mothers. We call them F2s because ideally their generation has been altered in that we have brought in an extra boa. The mothers are having large white landrace. There are a cross of large white landrace or a cross of large white Yorkshire. So when I bring in another boa, the offspring I get is no longer a cross of large white landrace alone, but still brings in another breed. Let's say Duroc, let's say Petrin, it brings in another breed. Ideally, the intention of that crossing is to produce porkers, to produce pigs that are meant for slaughter. So some farmers in our setting are able to pick these females and actually use them for breeding purposes at their farm. The performance of these females have actually been well, not so bad. They are able to give you quite a range of piglets and quality piglets, because at the end of the day, you're looking at the quality of the piglet. You're looking at the quality of the piglet and you're looking at the numbers of the piglets. Why are you interested in the quality of the piglet? It is the piglet that is going to grow. It is the piglet that is going to convert whatever you're giving it to eat into body muscle, into meat that is uh, that is into meat that is sold, into pork that is sold. So if you have a poor quality piglet, if you produce a poor quality piglet, definitely it's going to take a lot of time at your farm, and ideally you will not actually benefit much from that offspring. So the offsprings of these mothers that we have, the best mothers that we have, they have actually done so well because we have supplied over 500 of those offsprings to farmers, and they have actually performed well for those farms. But ideally, if you need this kind of mothers as well, we have them in plenty, we have them in stock, and we usually sell them as well. So you can reach out to us and you're able to start your farm cost effectively. Reach out to us for planning purposes, reach out to us how to really organize your farm, and reach out to us so that you can kickstart your farming journey with the right stocking rate, with the right initial cost of entry. Why do I talk about the cost of entry? It is usually the cost of entry that can be prohibitive, or if not, the farmer is over planning for small stocking rate. So we can sit and discuss about your entry means. It's one decision. It's one decision to make to enter into a piggery enterprise. It's also another decision to really capture all the knowledge that is necessary to run a piggery farm. So ideally, get to know what is supposed to be done in a piggery project, get to know your entry, get to know how much money you're going to risk in the piggery project, and of course, get to know your expected returns to investment, and get to know how your cash flow can relate with the project. Because if you do not have cash, your project can stall. And these are animals that need to eat every single day. So you need to be knowing that. Um, of the enterprise that you can afford. So there are so many opportunities in farming. In that you're looking at so many aspects of farming, of production. You're looking at what is going to be happening in the feed, what is going to be happening in the management, and what is going to be happening in the market. So the feed is usually one of the biggest challenges in pig farming, and you need to plan accordingly based on your cash flow and your stocking rate. So that should dictate on how you're going to spend on the feed. But also, most farmers focus a lot on the quality of the product, but they forget about the cost of that particular feed. You need to be really so evaluative in that you get to know how much you're going to be spending using a particular feed to produce one animal, the unit cost of producing one animal. In that, if if it's reduced and the number of animals increase, definitely you know this is going to be my summation in producing this group of animals. So you need to be knowing how much are you going to spend for that period of time. For, let's say, 5 months, you need to be knowing how much you're going to spend so that you do not run out of your cash. So planning is very key, and your source of income is also very key when you're looking at a piggery enterprise. Otherwise, these are very good genetics. These are superior genetics. Look at the quality of the piglets here, and look at the quality of those piglets. They are really extremely good genetics, and we are sure we are going to raise all these numbers to the market size. Well, thank you. Leave a like and leave a follow. Please, if you need to reach out to us physically, you can get to us through our contact information, and we discuss in detail about farming, about pig farming, about poultry farming, even in the like of poultry. You need to be knowing a period of time and how much are you going to be spending, how is going to be the cash flow, when are you going to be expecting. Those points in your calendar are really very key for management reasons. Thank you so much, and please leave a like, a follow, and you'll not be left out for this important information about farming.